Disclaimer. The human large and small intestines are around 6 to 9 meters long. Combined, they have about 32 square meters of mucosal area, and 30 of them belong to the small intestine. The combination of the circular folds, the villi, and the microvilli increases the absorptive area of the mucosa about 600-fold, making a total area of about 250 square meters, 2,700 square feet, for the entire small intestine. And all this surface area's main function is to absorb the products of digestion, including carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and vitamins, into the bloodstream. The problem is that the lining separating the intestines from the rest of the body is only 1 cell thick. That lining has the so-called tight junctions. They act as gatekeepers, and when they function properly, they only let vital nutrients cross the barrier and get absorbed. But when the gut lining is damaged, the tight junctions start seeping through undigested food particles, dead bacteria, and toxins into the bloodstream, which activates the immune system and leads to chronic inflammation. Actually, 70 to 80% of your immune cells are located in the gut, and this is not a coincidence. All of these 250 square meters of mucosal surface area, and the only thing separating the potentially harmful substances in the gut from the rest of the body is a 1 cell thick gut lining. The chronic inflammation caused by leaky gut plays a key role in certain gastrointestinal conditions, such as celiac disease, Crohn's disease, and irritable bowel syndrome. There are also studies suggesting that the leaky gut syndrome may be associated with other diseases and health issues like lupus, type 1 diabetes, multiple sclerosis, chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, arthritis, allergies, food sensitivities, asthma, acne, obesity, and even mental problems and illnesses like autism, Parkinson's disease, depression, anxiety, and panic attacks. What causes leaky gut syndrome? The main reason is gut microbiome dysbiosis, which is a disbalance between helpful and harmful species of bacteria in your gastrointestinal tract. I have a separate video with more information on the gut microbiome. I'll share a link in the description. The dysbiosis can be caused by bad diet, medications such as antibiotics and NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, gastrointestinal infection, and even high levels of psychological stress. Let's take a look at the 4 main causes for microbiome dysbiosis. 1. Bad diet. When you eat the wrong foods, you feed the harmful bacteria, and you starve the healthy ones. The most problematic foods are white sugar, gluten-containing grains such as wheat, barley, rye, and all foods containing them, dairy products like milk and cheese, refined vegetable oils like canola, sunflower, soybean, and safflower oils, artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin, alcohol, all junk food and sweets in general. These are the foods that cause the most problems and can lead to leaky gut syndrome. 2. Antibiotics and NSAIDs. The overuse of broad-spectrum antibiotics, which are the antibiotics used nowadays, is a problem. They eliminate all the bacteria that inhabit your gastrointestinal tract. If there is a problem with an infection or a strain of harmful bacteria, the antibiotic doesn't eliminate only the problem makers, but also the helpful and beneficial bacteria. In some cases, the use of antibiotics is absolutely necessary, but most doctors overprescribe them, and this can lead to GI problems and leaky gut syndrome. There is also a problem with the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like aspirin and ibuprofen. They impact the gut microbiome, and if overused, they can damage the small intestine, putting users at risk for ulcers and leaky gut syndrome. 3. Gastrointestinal infections like SIBO, small intestine bacterial overgrowth, which is a medical condition in which too much bacteria have grown in the small intestine. SIBO can cause damage to the digestive system and lead to malnutrition, leaky gut, and other autoimmune diseases. 4. Stress. Psychological stress and depression can promote consumption of highly palatable foods, influencing which gut bacteria thrive. Stress can also reshape the gut bacteria's composition through stress hormones, inflammation, and autonomic alterations. After the bacteria balance has been changed, the harmful bacteria can release metabolites, toxins, and neurohormones that can alter eating behavior and mood. The disbalance can also cause digestive and gastrointestinal problems and symptoms like bloating, diarrhea, constipation, abdominal pain, poor digestion, and can lead to leaky gut. Now that we know the causes, let's take a look at what symptoms might occur if we have leaky gut syndrome. Since the inflammation caused by the intestinal permeability can reach almost all parts of the body, the symptoms can vary a lot, Here is the list: chronic diarrhea, constipation, or bloating, fatigue and brain fog, skin problems, such as acne, rashes, or eczema, depression, anxiety, panic attacks, ADD, ADHD, arthritis or joint pain, headaches, nutritional deficiencies, irritable bowel syndrome, food allergies and intolerances, autoimmune diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, celiac disease or Crohn's, strong cravings for sugar and carbs, indigestion, stomach pain and cramps. These are some of the symptoms that might have their root cause being leaky gut syndrome. If you have any of the symptoms or any doubts, you should seek professional medical advice. But you should look for a functional medicine doctor, since most conventional doctors are taught to treat all of these symptoms with medication. They are not the best option if you are looking to find the root cause of your health issue. Conventional health providers are good at prescribing drugs and treating symptoms, but if you want to solve the problem, you need to get to the root cause. So, how do you know if you have leaky gut syndrome or not? There are tests that can be done. The 3 most popular tests are: the first test is the lactulose mannitol test. It is a urine test. The patient swallows a sugary solution of lactulose mannitol. Since lactulose has larger molecules, it's poorly absorbed into people with healthy gut lining, so high levels of lactulose in the urine are an indicator for increased intestinal permeability or leaky gut. Second test, it is a blood test called intestinal antigenic permeability screen. It measures a few markers which are associated with leaky gut syndrome. The markers are occludin, zonulin, LPS, lipopolysaccharides, and actomyosin. The final test is a stool test. Zonulin can be measured in the blood or in the stool. It is a protein that plays a key role in the function of the gut lining's tight junctions. Increased zonulin is linked to increased intestinal permeability, also known as leaky gut. So, now the most important question remains: how do we heal leaky gut syndrome? Even if you get a test done and it shows that you have leaky gut, the test itself doesn't reveal the cause of the problem, so I will share with you a leaky gut healing protocol that is made out of steps that need to be taken one by one in a certain order, so that you can eliminate the harmful bacteria or infection, let the gut heal, and then repopulate with beneficial bacteria. So, here is the gut healing plan step by step. Step 1. You need to find the cause of your leaky gut. We already talked about the 4 main causes. You need to make sure you don't overuse antibiotics or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. Make a test for SIBO if needed. Make sure your stress levels are not too high. And finally, you need to take a closer look at your diet. The diet is quite a key part of the gut healing protocol. After you check the other possibilities, you need to identify any foods that cause problems for you. The best way to do that is an elimination diet. The elimination diet's goal is to remove certain foods for a period of time to let the person see if there is any improvement in symptoms. You can start with the foods we talked about, but I strongly recommend seeking professional nutritionist's advice while doing your elimination diet. Step 2. Repairing. Once you have eliminated the causes for the problem, and the foods that feed the harmful bacteria, it is time to help your gut lining heal and recover with some supplements and foods. The supplements I recommend are probiotic supplement, L-glutamine, N-acetylglucosamine, zinc carnosine, collagen protein or peptides, deglycyrrhizated licorice, DGL, digestive enzymes, and any herbs or supplements that will help aid your digestion and reduce inflammation. Good herbs, plants to take are curcumin, slippery elm, cat's claw, aloe vera. Step 3. Replenishing and repopulating your gut bacteria. In this stage, you should keep taking the probiotic supplement and also include probiotic foods like sauerkraut, pickles, kimchi, miso, and also, if you don't have problems with dairy products, you can include unsweetened yogurt and kefir. Include prebiotic-rich foods. Prebiotics are the food of the bacteria found in the probiotic supplements and foods. Prebiotic-rich foods are chicory root, asparagus, garlic and onions. If you don't have problems with them, leeks, Jerusalem artichokes, apples, unripe bananas, gluten-free oatmeal, dandelion greens and others. If you are a little overwhelmed by the huge supplement, herb, foods list, don't be. You don't need to buy all of them. I just made a list of all the tools you can use to your advantage. If you are on a budget, my advice is to get the probiotics, collagen, L-glutamine and digestive enzymes from the supplement list, and if you can get 1 or 2 of the herb supplements. Also try to include most of the foods that I mentioned. When you start the process, keep in mind that healing the gut lining can take a while, sometimes months. If your current diet is really bad, You will most likely notice some improvement in your symptoms right away, but for the complete healing of the gut lining, you need to be 100% symptom-free. Good luck on your healing journey. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below, and if you found value in this content, please leave a like, and consider subscribing to the channel for more videos on improving your physical and mental health. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.